delivering value through insightful global book analysis. Hi, this is Sally's Book Club. Today we're breaking down the book Complexity. Our world is full of complex systems, like the globally connected internet or the billions of neurons communicating in our brains. Consider ant colonies, simple creatures forming sophisticated networks without central leadership through perfect coordination. Could internet brains and ant colonies share fundamental principles of complexity? If complex analyses overwhelm you, this book will help navigate complexities. Complexity explores universal patterns across computer science, biotechnology, and sociology. Awarded 2009 Amazon Best Science Book and 2010 Royal Society Science Book Prize. The Mathematical Association praises it as the ultimate primer on complex systems. Author Melanie Mitchell, CS professor at Portland State and visiting scholar at Santa Fe Institute. Her expertise spans AI, machine learning, cognitive science, and complex systems. The Santa Fe Institute's reputation ensures authoritative insights into complexity. The 300,000 character Chinese edition will be presented in 4 sections. Part 1, Origins of Complexity Science Exploration. Part 2 reveals life science principles in non-living systems like robot vacuums. Part 3 examines ant colonies' algorithmic patterns, mirroring computer programs. Part 4, Understanding Our Complex Networks Through Network Science. First, we begin with Part 1, The Origins of Complexity. Our starting point is the failure of reductionism. Reductionism solves problems by breaking them into smaller parts. Solve the pieces and rebuild the whole. From Newton's era through early 20th century, science relied on this dismantle and rebuild approach. Western medicine exemplifies reductionism, analyzing bodies at cellular or molecular levels to treat diseases. This demonstrates reductionism's practical effectiveness. Modern Western medicine remains dominant globally, proving reductionism's value. But 20th century science revealed reductionism's limitations with nonlinear complexities. We face numerous nonlinear challenges. Weather prediction, macroeconomic issues resist reductionist approaches. Even ant colonies' emergent behavior defies individual ant analysis. The reductionists see the world as buildings made of bricks. Whole equals sum of parts. Critics counter. The world's like Beethoven's Ode to Joy. The whole transcends its notes. Knowing individual notes doesn't reveal the symphony's grandeur. This growing realization demanded new science for complex phenomena, and thus complexity science emerged in late 20th century. What problems does complexity science address? It studies leaderless systems like ant colonies, simple components creating complex order. How do they self-organize to process information, divide tasks, and even evolve through learning when gathered? This is complexity science's core inquiry, extending beyond ant colonies, understanding brains, immune systems, economic phenomena, biological evolution, and AI image recognition requires complexity thinking beyond reductionism. Complex systems fall into 2 categories: living animals and non-living computers. What commonalities exist? Absolutely. Scientists discovered mutual imitation between biological and computational systems, creating fascinating synergies. What insights emerge from this reciprocal imitation regarding complex systems? Part 2 reveals life science principles embedded in computer science. The quest for systemic commonalities spans decades. Since 1940s, scientists hypothesized computer-animal similarities for simulating intelligence. Abstracting biological processes into computational models enables simulating metabolism, replication, and adaptation. And what purpose does this serve? Immense implications. Modern robotic vacuums originated from genetic algorithms rather than pre-programmed rules. You might wonder, how does this eyeless box navigate unique home layouts? How does it autonomously clean scattered debris? How does it avoid walls? How does it self-recharge? The answers lie in genetic algorithms treating robots as organisms. through survival of the fittest programming, generate robot generations, eliminate underperformers, and evolve superior variants. This iterative refinement cycle continues until optimal performance emerges. The final generation becomes optimal vacuum bots through this evolutionary process. Sounds promising in theory. Critical listeners might identify three issues. 1. How to establish evaluation criteria. 2. Robot reproduction mechanism. 3. Performance guarantee across generations. How do robots reproduce exactly? What's the parental relationship between robot generations? Does this method guarantee progressive improvement? Let's address these systematically, starting with evaluation criteria. Imagine 10 by 10 grid rooms with randomly placed trash. Each bot starts from the top left corner. They perceive 5 directions: front, back, left, right, current cell, each with trash, empty, wall status. This creates 3/5 or 243 possible environmental combinations. Though impossible scenarios exist, like standing on walls, we maintain comprehensive possibilities. First generation bots, 200 randomly programmed units with diverse rules, likely incompetent prototypes. Some detect trash to the right but turn left. Completely counterproductive. Others ignore floor trash, bump into walls, each following unique flawed logic. Their pre-programmed rules dictate varied responses. Random initial programming creates absurd behaviors. But we implement reward or punishment systems. +10 for trash collection, -5 for wall collisions, -1 for false attempts. Top 100 scorers become parents for next generation. Like begets like, though these best bots remain flawed. These champions still make frequent errors despite being relatively superior. Can these dim-witted bots really produce smart offspring through replication and crossover? This brings us to the second question. How do robots reproduce? Like biological DNA inheritance, bots combine parental rule sets randomly, their mDNA being behavioral algorithms. Randomly select the father's front half rules, combine father's first 100 scenario responses with mother's remaining 143, creating hybrid logic. Alternatively, merge mother's initial rules with father's latter ones, then test their cleaning efficiency. Through generations of competition and selective breeding, eventually performance plateaus. Minimal score differences between generations signal optimization completion. We then halt evolution and deploy the final generation. These end-stage bots become our efficient vacuum cleaners. But does this iterative process yield significant improvements? Are thousandth generation bots vastly superior to primitive ancestors? Experimental data reveals maximum possible score approximately 500. First 10 best, -81 points. Worst, -825 points. No positive scores. After 1,000 iterations, 483 points. Near perfect cleaning capability. This demonstrates genetic algorithms' transformative power. Two key elements: quantifiable scoring system, rigorous selection mechanism ensuring generational improvement. Beyond vacuums, genetic algorithms enable Lord of Rings horse CGI, satellite image analysis, and financial forecasting. They optimize computer chips, drug development, and investment portfolios through evolutionary principles. Modern artificial intelligence deeply connects with genetic algorithms. AI's core lies in machine learning, enabling autonomous self-improvement like humans. The vacuum cleaner example demonstrates early machine learning prototypes through evolutionary optimization. Part 2 showed how lifeless systems emulate biological evolution through iterative algorithms. Conversely, living systems also exhibit computational patterns. Part 3 reveals how nature's mechanisms mirror computer algorithms. Let's examine ant colonies, complex systems of millions. Though individual ants seem insignificant, their collective rivals human military precision. Each ant specializes in specific roles: food foraging, tunnel digging, waste management, all perfectly coordinated. Unlike human cities requiring mayors, ant colonies need no central command. How do millions coordinate without leadership? The answer: decentralized collective intelligence. Ants respond to environmental cues and limited peer interactions. Idle ants join food gathering when detecting successful foragers. They shift to tunnel digging when sensing excavation activities. Antennae communication enables real time task coordination. This leaderless system achieves complex collective tasks. Inspired by this, scientists created cellular automata models. Cellular automata, discrete model studies in computability theory. What exactly is this? It's essentially a grid of light bulbs. Imagine 100 bulbs arranged 10 by 10, each connected to 8 neighbors. Each bulb follows simple interaction rules with adjacent units. A rule example: illuminate if greater than or equal to 4 neighbors are lit, otherwise remain dark, mimicking ant colony conformity. This creates emergent patterns through local interactions. Scientists developed various rule sets revealing different emergent behaviors. These models simulate ant colony behavior and human social phenomena. Fashion trends emerge from observing others' choices. Medical tumor growth and oil spill patterns follow similar decentralized logic. Unlike hierarchical systems, these are leaderless collective behaviors. Ants unknowingly created sophisticated computational paradigms. Simple individual rules enable complex group intelligence. Seemingly chaotic interactions conceal evolutionary survival strategies. Nature's evolved macro intelligence through environmental adaptation. These principles explain computational and social systems alike. Having explored biological and artificial systems, can we find new perspectives on complexity? The book concludes with network science, society's aerial view. This perspective reveals ubiquitous complex networks. Part 4: Understanding networks through network science. When we say network, you might first think of the internet, but its meaning extends far beyond. Our classroom, company, nation, even our planet all constitute complex networks. Network thinkers perceive ant colonies as population networks rather than individual insects. Each ant becomes a node, forming local clusters like school classrooms. Networks contain tightly knit subgroups with strong internal connections. Outside these clusters, relationships weaken significantly. Social connectors bridge subgroups through key relationships. Network nodes have varying importance levels. Social hubs become central nodes maintaining network integrity. Peripheral nodes with few connections hold less structural value. This structure forms scale-free networks. Scale-free means critical nodes disproportionately influence the system. Understanding central nodes reveals entire network architecture. Why does this matter practically? Consider search engine rankings. When searching college entrance exam, thousands of results appear. How do engines determine priority? Which results deserve top positions? Do you need admission scores, application guidance, or study strategies? Personalized search intent prediction proves extremely challenging. Is there efficient ranking logic to predict user needs? Scale-free network principles provide the solution. Google's PageRank algorithm evaluates web page authority. How to measure web page importance. Authority scoring. More inbound links equal higher ranking priority. When college admission scores release, educational sites link the official portal. Searching college entrance exam naturally prioritizes the official source. This portal becomes the central node in exam-related networks. Epidemic transmission networks also follow scale-free patterns. Containing outbreaks requires neutralizing superspreaders. HIV transmission analysis reveals varied sexual partner counts. High-activity individuals become viral network hubs. Targeted interventions for network hubs maximize containment efficiency. Disabling central nodes fragments transmission networks. Now let's recap the book's core concepts. 4 key sections overview. 1. Complexity origins and reductionism's limitations. Reductionism, dismantle and rebuild approach dominant since 17th century. Its inadequacy for nonlinear systems necessitated complexity science. 2. biological principles in computer science evolution. A concrete manifestation is how genetic algorithms align with the survival of the fittest concept. Genetic algorithms program robotic vacuums to evolve through generations via natural selection and self-optimization. These algorithms form AI's core, an early prototype of machine learning. Part 3 revealed nature's operational principles mirror computer algorithms, exemplified by decentralized ant colonies and cellular automata models. Both systems achieve macro order through individual micro decisions without central control. This decentralized model embodies computational principles in life sciences. Finally, network science teaches us to perceive complex systems as interconnected networks. Networks consist of nodes forming tightly knit local clusters. Central hubs bridge different clusters, and scale-free networks prevalent throughout society. Social networks, internet infrastructure, and viral transmission all follow this pattern. Network models. Complexity science remains nascent, emerging since 1980s with groundbreaking applications. Its discoveries already transform technology and daily life. As modern citizens, developing the vision to perceive complexity's essence proves crucial. Mastering this perspective guarantees extraordinary life experiences. This concludes our exploration of complexity. Find detailed notes below. Until our next literary adventure.